Hey Mar, what's happening? Terrence Ma here. I took a look at your video and I want to show you what I've learned. Couple of things about what I've learned from you is you've got a nice voice. You make logical breaths. You have good support. You have good artistry. It sounds good, man. It was a real pleasure to listen to you. So where the opportunities I see are going to start around the 25 mark. And if it's too late. And this is where it really starts, right? This is where I start to see that there's some tightness when it comes to your turns, your riffs, your runs, however you want to call them. And what I would do here is the goal is to get a looser larynx, and to do so, I would use gradations with your turns, your riffs, your runs, and that means essentially is in this say it's the ah vowel. So you pick the shape for the ah, right? And so this is vowel territory, where you have to mind your vowels over here, and you want to right? You want to use these gradations to make sure that when you're ascending, you're opening more, and when you're descending, you're using discrete shapes to close at every step down. And what this will do is it'll keep your larynx relaxed. And this is a conditioning mechanism. So when you're performing, it's not going to look like that, right? But when you're training it, you're doing exaggerated things so that you can condition whatever's going on inside and in your throat. Okay? 37 is my next observation. Just hear me out. Okay. You were talking about transitions. I'm wondering if this is one of what you were talking about. So it is from the E vowel to the A vowel, out, which is strange, right? That out has no A in it, but it's actually an A vowel. E-a, right? So that is the transition. I would practice just that transition. Make sure that there's a discrete shape and that your mouth is swift and that your ah is narrow. Okay? And if we can make these transitions easier between vowels, you condition them these transitions right, if we have the right shapes, right, if we have the right swiftness, right, the right agility there, we maximize our movement efficiency. And so again, over the period of time, that's going to save us energy. It's going to not get us tight. Okay, 47 is where I see the next opportunity. For you to know you don't have too much fun with that. Okay, so here we have the don't have too much fun without me. Okay, and so what I also notice here is that nasality is keeping you from growing your voice and placing your voice where it wants to go. You're not getting the kind of resonance that the more you use it, it's going to grow. And what do I mean by that, right? It's actually kind of common in R&B, and the reason why is because it's safe. It's hard to abuse your voice when you're nasal. And so that's probably how it started, but then I think later on it became like a trend. Oh, so and so is doing it, so I'm gonna copy it. That's what sounds good. Well, for the big singers out there, the big R&B singers who have like big voices, you find that they don't do this. They don't rely on nasality placement. Whitney, right, from a woman's standpoint, from a man's standpoint, Luther, Donny Hathaway, Peebo Bryson's a little bit nasal, but when it really counts, like his big voice, it's not there. Like I said, Donny Hathaway, the giant voice. Excuse me, I'm just getting over a flu. Okay, and then after this point, this song gets really hard, right? After 50. Okay, so we need to get that more relaxed. How do we do that? And so the overall prescription here is going to be the following, okay? Proper flashes, excuse me. These are the starting positions for the inception of each one of your phrases, right? The starting word, make sure you place that vowel because it's generally the most impactful, that has the most impact, right? And so you want to have that good starting position so that you can act explosively. That's actually going to keep you relaxed, right? And if you think about if you're trying to jump high, right? If you're trying to if you want your ups to go to the max, most of that motion is relaxed when you are, right, bending your knees, right? It is only at the last moment that everything coils together and springs up, right? That's what, or like from a starting position, you're completely loose, but when the gun goes off, right, you explode to a moment, and then you have to make sure that your running form, again, it looks relaxed when they do it, right? And so having that starting position is going to be really helpful for making things explosive immediately so you can relax later. So that's your flashes. To recap, your gradations, right? More open when you're ascending the notes and more closed when you're descending. And then keeping your head level, right? Like that's also another thing that I saw is that when you go higher, this happens, and you see what happens when I raise my head and I have to speak, right? You're shooting yourself in the foot there. So try to keep your head level. You can do a lot here. You can do a lot here even looking down, right? But this, I would urge you to not do that. Let's see, what's next? Oh, placement. Play with your placement. See if you can reach the same notes with proper vowel shape, okay? But get out of your nose. Place it somewhere else, right? Use a different voice to access that pitch. Especially if you form your vowel correctly, it should be a lot easier to do that. Okay? So those, I think, are it's the lowest hanging fruit, and if you can kind of put all of that together, you're going to be able to extend your stamina, you're going to be able to extend your set, because if you're doing this right, you should be able to sing hard stuff, and at the end, you could even like go celebrate with karaoke or something. That's what an hour set should be able, like that's what you should be able to feel after an hour with the right conditioning, with the right process. I hope this helps. If you have any other questions, throw it in the DMs and I'll talk to you soon.